News with Gina.
The News with Gina Grad.
Well, it'll probably be okay that that Ben Carson was diagnosed with COVID, and I think somebody else was just diagnosed at the top of the administration. It's okay because we have great news from Pfizer. I don't know if you saw this today, but pharmaceutical company Pfizer announced some very encouraging news about its development of the vaccine for COVID-19. The latest data shows a 90% effectiveness in preventing the virus after an experimental trial involving 94 participants. Most importantly, there were no serious safety concerns reported, and the trial was given the go-ahead to continue. So now there's there's now also enough data to submit a request for emergency approval to the FDA, which could come later this month, like in a couple weeks. Pfizer CEO Dr. Albert Bourla said today is a great day for science and humanity. So maybe we'll see if it gives you gills or whatever, but it's 90% effective.
Well, all right. So I feel like it's good, but I'm a little over it. Like I needed this news in March or April. Now I'm going.
What about vaccine fatigue?
Yeah. Good. I'm glad we can do this stuff. But I was listening to Randy Wang talking about protocols.
Oh, boy, let's hear it.
How it was administered. That's your old colleague.
Yeah.
And he said, I think you go in, you get one shot, then you get like another shot 3 weeks later, and then you have to quarantine for a week. And I remember just driving going, oh, fuck that. Sounds like a fucking hassle. Yeah, I'd rather get the rabies.
Ask Drew this, but is 90% effective? Is that good for a vaccine?
Yes, they were I think the flu ones each year, high 50s or low 70s or 60 or something like that.
30 to 60%.
30 to 60, right? And Fauci or somebody some months on was saying, they were hoping for 70%. So evidently in the vaccine department, it's kind of a coin toss. So, normally a coin toss.
Right.
This at 90%. I mean, to be
that's a good bet.
20% higher than the number you were hoping for. That your most optimistic number.
Your reach.
Yeah. So good.
This is huge. And just on a side, funny, depends on where you read it. Political thing. I have Fox and CNN open all day on my computer, and I watch both at night at the newsroom. And I think one of them said, that Republicans are pissed because, like Cuomo said, this we should hold off on the vaccine until we have a new president, and he doesn't want Trump to get credit for it. And Democrats are pissed because this is happening during Trump's administration. It's like, would you all just shut the fuck up?
Christ.
This is not about you. This is a vaccine.
I heard that CNN again. I just heard it. I didn't witness it, but they had said that CNN had taken down the body count tally and had put up the Dow Jones. There's a stock market up there because the stock market was kicking ass. But I was like,
there we go.
That's good. If we can get Biden in there, then CNN can drop the tally with the death toll, and we can get the fuck on with our lives. And then we might even be able to open schools just in time for Christmas. Right.
Yeah. So some bad news for Johnny Depp, but the fight isn't over for him. He has resigned, or was at least asked to resign, and cooperated from the Fantastic Beasts franchise. Big money maker. That is, I think, is it the prequel to Harry Potter? I feel like you'd know, Brian.
It is Harry. It's funny you mentioned that because I was having this conversation how now I'm starting to feel a little old because there are huge popular film franchises that not only do I not have an interest in, I'm not really aware of what they are, like the fucking Chronicles of Narnia and Divergent. I'm like, I don't know what this is. I don't think I want to know. I don't think it's for me. But these are huge moneymakers, and I believe what you're talking about exists in the Harry Potter universe.
Yeah.
It's not for me.
Okay. Noted for next time if I have any Fantastic Beast questions.
I rarely enjoy being swept away, so I don't watch these big epic tales.
So on Instagram, Johnny Depp wrote, I wish to let you know that I've been asked to resign by Warner Brothers for my role as Grindelwald in Fantastic Beasts. I have respected and agreed to do that. So this move comes a few days after Johnny lost his libel case against The Sun, which published an article in 2018 calling him a wife beater.
Mark Garagos gets apoplectic about these people. Like, why did you sue the Sun? You know all this shit's going to come out. You just go home. Keep it zipped. You know, like he does a lot of that. Why? You know, it's like, why is Kathy Griffin given a press conference? Why not just wait 10 days? No one will be talking about it anymore. But now you got to go up. You got to start screaming and crying, explaining you feel threatened and you're being followed. And now it's all back on the news. Like, why?
Well, that's a good question, especially from a lawyer. But Warner Brothers says this role is going to be recast. The film will debut in the summer of 2022. But this may answer your question at least a little bit. In his statement, Johnny added, "The surreal judgment of the court in the UK will not change my fight to tell the truth. And I confirm that I plan to appeal. My resolve remains strong, and I intend to prove that the allegations against me are false. My life and career will not be defined by this moment in time." So if you think that you got some crazy chick calling you a wife beater and setting you up, what length would you go to fight that?
Well, first off, attorneys are so goddamn expensive. You always have to sadly factor how much your attorneys are charging. It's an insane amount of money. By the way, that was written or created by J.K. Rowling, who wasn't she in trouble for saying that men should race men and women should race women in a foot race or something? Like, very controversial statement. Anyway,
I figured she'd get canceled first before Johnny, but
well, she was she doubled down with like just kind of obvious stuff that people took a lot of offense to, like talking about how only women can have periods and what a novel idea is that, and she just really kind of wouldn't. She really wanted her feelings on this to be clear, and now everyone hates her.
She got fuck me money.
She got fuck me money. I love her. And also, there is a good sign, which is people putting something. So think about this. 3 years ago, 18 months ago, if you put something out on social media and got a whole bunch of flack coming your way, you just take it down. Or you just apologize. Now, there's an ever-growing group of brave Americans who are just going, fuck off. That didn't exist 3 years ago, or maybe even less. There's more people sort of standing by their shit after they get this huge reaction from our society.
She's one of them.
Yeah, she's one of them. Wasn't she? I mean, was she homeless or something? I mean, was she really? She was like destitute.
Living out of her car.
She was like a struggling waitress or something. Yeah, I mean, it's
very,
worth
$500 million probably.
I'm going to tell you,
very struggling blue collar.
I'm going to tell my kids to spend a night in the car when they're 17. It'll be parked in the garage. But then, if they ever hit it big, they can tell the story. It's like, I had to live out of my car. Everyone's impressed. Look, you know why? Everyone who lived out of their car. Jewel, she lived out of her car. Like, I don't know.
Eventually make it.
I don't know anything about Jewel, but I know she lived out of her car.
Dan Dawson lived in his car.
Dan Dawson.
My father.
Oh, your dad. That Dan Dawson.
Dan Dawson.
Not the acoustic guitar strummer? Really?
Yeah, he was able to get a car and live in it.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
J.K. Rowling signed up for welfare, but she described her status as being poor as it is possible to be in modern Britain without being homeless. So she was it's right there.
All right.
Okay.
But, my thing is I would hate living out of my car, but if Jewel was living out of my car with me, I would
improve your situation.
Yes. Yeah. And if Dan Dawson was there, it'd be a total buzzkill. Chain smoking, cock blocking. Talking about Leonard Skinner.
He would have been a 15-year-old kid at the time, so it would have been worse.
Oh, we got a clip from Dan Dawson. Hold on a second.
Wipe that look off your face, move over, and make room now.
In the car. Perfect.
Right.
All right. What do you got, Gina?
A celebrity has come out against some of the new decriminalization laws in Oregon, and you might be surprised by who it
What's
is.
Scott Baio up to these days?
Jim
No, I said
Belushi?
surprised. Yes. So TMZ reports Steve O, thinks Oregon's new law legalizing drugs is going to create enormous problems because he thinks it opens the door for young people to become addicts. So we've talked to him about this at length. He says to TMZ that anyone looking to do coke or meth or hard drugs, they'll find a way. It doesn't matter if it's legal or not. But with Oregon recently voting to decriminalize possessions of small amount of coke, heroin, oxycodone, and meth, Steve-O worries the new law may make it seem like it's okay for kids to try coke and meth. And he understands the court system can't handle every single case involving small amounts of drugs. He thinks that we've got to pay close attention to Oregon to see if it gets worse or if it gets better.
Well, this is the most anyone's ever talked about Steve-O in the last 7 years, so that's good. I like Steve-O. I mean,
I do too.
He knows firsthand about addiction. I mean,
Yeah.
he told the story on our show. Yeah, there's it's an experiment, and you can't say it does work or it doesn't work, but I can tell you basically the new kind of progressive, Oregon's going to be this way, but any city, it's like a progressive city. The new technique for getting rid of a problem or handling a problem or lessening a problem is like going, I look, I know I'm a broken record with this, but if young black men are getting suspended at a higher rate, you cannot fix the problem by going, stop suspending young black men. I mean, they won't be suspended, but you're not helping. You're not helping them. Look at the homeless situation. Like, we just went, we don't want to bother them or leave them be. It didn't correct anything. It didn't fix anything. It just got you more homeless. So some stuff kind of works that way. I think, like you go, well, in the red light district, now you have these women and they're licensed and they see a physician once a week.
They're bondaged.
And yes, licensed and bondaged. Right. So, like, there's a version of it, but it's easy to fuck up. We kind of just, or again, like petty thievery, which, a misdemeanor versus, what's it again?
Felony?
A felony, sorry. You raise it up to $995 and everyone just steals everything under $995. Like, you didn't fix that problem. You just got more people motivated to do X, Y, or Z. So it'll be interesting. But we are at this weird phase where, like, let them out of prison, or don't prosecute them, or leave them alone. It's like, okay, look at the homeless. You just look the other way. It's kind of interesting too. Like, when I was watching the news the other day, right around the election in Beverly Hills was getting, like, they were getting ready to go to war. They're like, we hired we hired private security. We got our people. They all just sit, and it's like, oh yeah, Beverly Hills not going to get looted. No, they're not. It's like, well, why not?
Sir.
Well, because they have dudes there, and they got guns and pepper spray and tank cars, and they said no. Like, people can be motivated. Everyone is going to go from Beverly Hills, they just go right down Wilshire to Santa Monica, and we'll loot Santa Monica. Like, it's a path of least resistance kind of thing. All right.
Yeah, I think we talked about the other day about that the money from weed sales in Oregon is supposed to go to rehabilitation. So this is interesting. Yeah, we just got to see where it goes.
Yep.
Have you heard of the Tesla Tequila, and have you seen the bottle?
I've seen the bottle.
I've not.
Show Adam the bottle. They've launched their own Tesla Tequila as of Thursday.
Wow.
It retails for $250 on Tesla's website. It comes in this like lightning shaped bottle. It kind of looks like a oversized perfume bottle. And it's produced by Nosotros.
Yeah.
Nosotros Tequila, which is a brand here in Southern California. They sold out like very quickly, and orders were limited to 2 bottles each, only made available to customers in certain parts of the U.S. Earlier this year, the company took to selling those little mini red gym shorts on their website for $70 a piece. So you're going to get some collector's items every once in a while from Tesla.
Well, maybe they're starting their own Goop page like Gwyneth Paltrow did, instead of buying, $8,000 cat condos. We get some fucking tequila. But I'm looking. The bottle's amazing looking, and it's got the bolt, kind of
and the stand, like a stainless steel stand.
Yeah, you'd have to. Looks a little brushed aluminum, but that's fine.
Okay.
Point is you would have to, you would have to. God, look at the front of Shazam's. Or it's kind of an Elvis taking care of business. Like Elvis had his TC.
Yep.
Yeah.
TCB?
Yeah, TCB had that. I think he had that kind of lightning bolt.
Insignia.
Yeah. Well, there's the lightning bolts that have some angle to them, like the ZZ Top car keys kind of then, and then there's the ones that just go straight across. But anyway.
I think there's also some that are a little Third Reichy.
Yeah.
Don't get two of those next to each other.
Here's the problem. You can't have a bottle that comes down to a point and defies all logic and gravity, even if it has a nice little stand, if you're going to be drinking tequila. Because someone's going to fucking knock that thing right over. They're going to be talking, and next thing you know, they're going to go, I was a pretty good outside linebacker in high school. And then the guy's going to swing around, and his hand's going to hit it, and you're fucked. Yeah, there it is.
Good point.
It's good looking.
Yeah.
I guess that's 750 milliliter, right? Like, aren't they all just
that's what it said.
Oh, it did. I didn't even see it, but that's
on the page.
That's like the standard. All right, let's do one more.
All right. Okay, let's do this. Three toys have been inducted into the National Toy Hall of Fame. And I have them here. I won't make you guess because there's about 1 billion toys on the market. The 2020 inductees are Jenga, Baby Nancy, and Sidewalk Chalk. They're the top 3 vote getters of the 12 finalists that were announced back in September.
Sidewalk Chalk.
That counts?
Yeah, as a toy.
It is?
It beat out Light Bright, which I loved, My Little Pony Risk, and Yahtzee.
Wow, there's a big backlog of popular
Light
toys.
bright, light bright, turn on the magical spark.
Oh, no. I got light bright, making things with light. Out of sight, making things with light bright. So you got an updated version.
Yeah.
Light bright, making things. These are all the many things that plugged in and brought joy. So I knew my neighbors, the Graviches, had a light bright, but we never did. I'll tell you the most pathetic burnt offering ever is the board game or the light bright or the whatever has that my mom would get at the thrift store. It's like, oh, now we got a board game. But we're missing the hotel, and we're missing the shoe, and we're missing the iron. You could not. First off, no one gives away a board game unless it's a piece of shit and there's a bunch of stuff missing from it. That's why no one ever goes like, "Hey, it's a perfectly good Parcheesi board. I'm going to walk it down to the Goodwill." Like no one ever said that. And the cardboard gets mildewy. It's that weird, it's like a little rain, got a little moist out there. And so you could get a used light bright, but it's got scubba all over it. And it's missing.
4 pegs left.
It's missing, missing the pegs. Theme. Come on. We got to find the theme to light bright, Dawson. So your theme, go ahead. You do your theme.
Mine is light bright, turn on the magical sparkling light. That's from like the mid to late 80s.
Mine would be light bright, making things with light. Out of sight, making things with light bright. That's the one I remember. Wow. Dawson's hard at work over there. All right, let me hit.
I'm sorry. Can I tell you why Sidewalk Chalk made it? The quote is, "There are few limits to what kids can do with chalk." Okay.
Yeah.
You nailed it.
Yeah. Well, by the way, guess what else is that way? Your fucking imagination. Could you imagine if you got that for Christmas? What'd I get this year? The gift of imagination. Like, are you kidding me?
Here's the light bright theme from the 70s.
There must have been like a Slinky and a Tinker toy that was killed by a lawn dart and couldn't make it into the Hall of Fame.
Oh, I'm sure Slinky's already in.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Light Bright, the toy that lets you create beautiful pictures with light. Work with colorful pegs that glow with light. Light bulb not
Hey, Chris?
People, animals,
yeah.
We're all enjoying ourselves about now.
Turn
it up.
Yeah.
Harmony.
You can make lots of pretty pictures with Light Bright from Hasbro.
Yeah, you don't do the written copy part of it.
Don't be insane.
Yeah,
just
I wouldn't
light bright, making things with light. And people think it was all some metaphor.
This is mine.
On the magic of colored light.
this is.
Light bright, make a face to glow at night. Smiling friends, shining bright.
Doesn't have the groove.
Just pop in the colored pegs and follow the patterns.
Same
It's easy
VO
to
guy.
make your favorite
Is
pictures
it?
and
Well,
characters.
you would know.
Or
Yeah,
you
you
can
got
always
the-
create your own light pictures.
Light bright, turn on the magic of shining lights.
I think I like mine better.
I do too.
That had to be a difficult conversation when you called in the duo, the female, and called them in and goes, "Hey, we're thinking about going a different direction." You know, after 14 years of your original theme, so
All right, great. What are we doing?
what'd you say? We?
Yeah, we got
what's
some things
what's
worked
what's
out.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We're excited to get working on this new theme.
Let's give you a little taste. So, Mitch, you just do your light bright like that.
Light bright,
Light bright.
light bright.
It's good.
Let's just do it. It's a demo. We're working it
Yeah.
out.
You know, it's been a hell of a 16-year run. I did
how?
hear some word on the street that the Don't Spill the Beans guys were looking for a new theme. Now, I'm not saying they are. I didn't hear it from me, but that could be some work for
There's
you
a lot
guys.
of up-and-comers who would appreciate that.
Yeah,
no,
and
I mean, they're like they're looking for a savvy veteran of Hasbro.
well, hold on, Mitch. This could be something for us. This could be the
Okay.
spill the beans, making things with spilled beans.
Beans,
Turn
beans,
on the
beans,
beans, and the
beans,
beans with
beans,
still
beans,
beans.
Yeah.
beans,
Well,
beans,
see, that's not. I have a department. It's not the no spill the beans or don't spill the beans department. That's up the hall. But I can introduce you to Sharon if you want.
They're here in the same building?
Oh yeah, we do way more than one game.
We'd be foolish not to just take a walk down there and introduce ourselves.
Yeah.
We've been working harder, not smarter.
Yeah, we're the light bright duo.
We might be looking for something that might need to freshen up Operation or Don't Break the Ice. Or
Okay.
We could do that.
I'm also
Break the ice, making things with broken ice.
also thinking about Toss Across, where you throw the bean bags across the thing and
Sure,
you play
yeah, of course.
checkers or no, you play tic-tac-toe with a bean bag. So there's a lot
that's
of
his favorite, yeah.
potential stuff, but obviously we're going a different direction with the light bright thing.
Yeah, and by the way, guys, you got the number of the old VO guy we used? We probably use him again.
Yeah, we want that guy
Well,
back.
But
Yeah.
I thought you were freshening things up. You wanted
We're
to.
we're
I thought you were
going
starting clean.
we're going a different direction.
Well, that sounds like the same direction.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but
the
it's
same guy.
different.
Just minus us.
Yeah. This young group's got a young, hot, fresh face. 14-year-old named Debbie Gibson.
Never
and
heard of him.
no one has. But I tell you, that kid's got it. Okay,
Yeah, right.
and
I
that's
don't know what this Deborah
You know her
Gibson
name
has
in
that we
15
don't
years.
have.
Yeah.
that's why we're looking to go a little different direction. So go ahead and there's pickup sticks. We got toss across. We got all the
Mousetrap.
Mousetrap. Just go down there. I'm not going to walk with you. As a matter of fact, let's just have you escorted into the parking lot. But on the way out, you should sing the theme. Let me hear it again, Dawson. It has a kind of groovy 60s kind of vibe to it.
It's got a Summer of Love feel to
Yeah.
it, yeah.
Good bass
You
line.
sound great, Cheryl.
Light Bright, the toy that lets you create beautiful pictures with light.
I don't think they were beautiful.
Work with colorful pegs that glow with light, light bulb not included. Make people, animals, things, and with refills, Bugs Bunny or Bozo the Clown.
License.
You can make lots of pretty pictures with Light Bright
I think
from Hasbro.
I think it's a sign of a bad childhood when you know 100% of the theme songs and the jingles for every fucking piece of good fast food or every product out there, but owned zero of the product.
Oh, yeah. That's a bad
Tasted
twist.
zero.
Yeah, that now it's just cruel, right? I mean, I heard this Light Bright commercial when I was 10. I know it. It's not like I warmed up or checked something online. That's the Light Bright song. Well, there you go. Should we bring it home, Gina Grad? Or did
Let's
we?
bring it home. I'm Gina Grad, and that's the news.
That was the news with Gina Grad.